Talking with Seth Walker here on WNCW on a Thursday morning, playing tonight at the Gray Eagle in Asheville, also the Evening Muse in Charlotte way down the road on the 1st. What do you want to do next?
Why don't we do a Tom Waits tune? Because I recorded this song actually on my Seth Walker album, which was, this record came out in 2006. So what does that, do the math? 18 years? Just
Maybe 17, 18,
something like that.
Something like that.
All right, we'll try this one. Sun come up, it was blue and gold. Sun come up, it was blue and gold. Sun come up, it was blue and gold. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. Yes, I come calling in my Sunday best. I come calling in my Sunday best. I come calling in my Sunday best. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. And I wanna love you till the wheels come off now. Oh, yeah. Well, you know that I love you, baby, I always will. You know that I love you, and I always will. You know that I love you, and I always will. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. And I wanna love you now till the wheels come off. Oh yeah. Well, you know that I love you, and I always will. You know that I love you, and I always will. You know that I love you, and I always will. Oh yes, yes I will. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. Ever since I put your picture in a frame. Oh yeah.
Seth Walker here on WNCW, channeling some Tom Waits. Quick, favorite Tom Waits album?
Oh gosh. Dang.
Tough one.
There's only like 30 of them.
I know.
Probably, I mean, Closing Time, it is hard to beat that one, man. That was his first one.
Yep. And that's the one you mentioned last weekend when we got to chatting about Tom Waits.
Yeah,
like
that
one.
That was his first one.
But you mentioned also like Blood Money and Alice, those two that came out like simultaneously.
Blood Money, that song, we were talking about that the other night, was All the World is Green.
Yes.
God, that tune.
So you like to do that one too.
That's a good one.
Yeah, yep.
Tonight you owe me nothing and all the world is green. But what Mule Variations.
Oh, and Mule Variations.
They talk.
That's one of our favorites at the station, probably. Yeah, right on.
It's just, there's so much of it. I'm just a huge fan. And I what a mystery. What a mystery.
Tom
Yes.
Waits himself,
Just
the enigma
whole
of Tom.
thing,
Yes,
the whole thing.
I know.
I went to a studio out with the Wood Brothers. We're out in California, and we went to, the name of the studio is escaping me, but we went to this studio where he recorded Mule Variations, and the room, guys, is like an eighth of the size of this room. This is a wooden paneled with like these weird things going on, like these metal things, and he's like, "Yep, this is where he did it." With the chickens running around outside.
What's he building in there?
Exactly? We have a right to know.
Yeah. All right. So one of a couple favorite Tom Waits albums. You have almost as many now. You got a bunch of records. What's your favorite Seth Walker album? Seth Walker?
My goodness. Oh, man. I don't know. I have, 12 studio records and a live album. I don't know. It probably would be Are You Open or my latest one, I Hope I Know. I mean, I know that it's always your newest one.
You're supposed to answer
your
yes,
baby,
the newest,
but I do feel like with each one, obviously, you're discovering something new about yourself through it. And I Hope I Know, we recorded it during the pandemic. I mean, so everything about it was tempered, which I think which has served me well. Just slowing down across the board. We talked about that too the other day about, not only music, just getting that pace, meeting it halfway instead of chasing it around.
Yeah, finding a manageable, sustainable
balance,
pace.
Yeah.
So that shows up in like that album too.
I think so. For me, it does. I Hope I Know was probably my most creative endeavor. Yeah, we did all kinds of grooves. Man. It was, I mean, that record's pretty funky. It's cool. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah.
I asked that question fully expecting to say like, oh, you don't have to answer. I know that there isn't one other than the new one. So that's very interesting. Some folks might still say like, oh yeah, it was the one from, whatever, when I reached a pinnacle or a major life change or the first time that I had so-and-so backing me up.
Well, the record that Picture in a Frame is on, it's called Seth Walker record. It was a self-titled record, and that was 2006. And I will say that record was kind of a return to the blues for me, because I started doing jump blues, and I kind of started experiment with songwriting, and I got eaten up with I just went crazy for Wilco. Like, I saw them one time at ACL, and I was like, I want to be Jeff Tweedy. And I'm not Jeff Tweedy, I quickly found out. And, which is great. And that record, I kind of came back to why I started doing this in the first place. And it was a blues-based record. And and that one also kind of helped me find my manager, helped me find my record label, helped me find a booking agent at that time. So that was a big step for me, that record, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, they're all listed there on your website, all those different records, as well as your artwork. You're busy enough just making the music and touring around, but you got some wonderful paintings that are there at Seth Walker Music, I guess?
SethWalker.com.
SethWalker.com. Nice and easy. Also, your book. You're also an author, and a lot of what we've been talking about today of the life of Seth Walker is in that book, Your Van is on Fire. Neat stories of the Wood Brothers, of Ruthie Foster and going to Cuba and stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that was well, I Hope I Know and Your Van is on Fire kind of came at the same time during the pandemic. Just looking for, obviously I didn't have any gigs, so I was looking for a new way to, reroute myself.
Yeah.
And I just found myself on the desk, and I just started. I had no plan to write a book. I just started writing, and it just kind of happened. And so it's a kind of collection of short essays, super short, 2 pages. Road lore, some of my not necessarily a chronological account of my life, but it's definitely a memoir-esque, and some poems and artwork. There's some funny stuff in there too. It's pretty good.
One does not have to do a chronological, layout. It can be kind of scattered around and
Yeah.
let the muse take you in different directions and stuff.
I'm like that across the board.
Yeah, and then it all comes together. And
Yeah.
I will not give away the story about what van was on fire and why, but I will say there's some of the examples of your artwork are in there too, and some pretty interesting stories, and some humor, all of it in the book by Seth Walker.
It was fun to write.
It was
fun
good.
To write. Oh yeah,
Good.
I learned a lot about myself writing that thing.
Yeah.
Uncharted territory for me.
And certainly a lot of tales of life on the road, because you spent a lot of time on the road, and you've actually got a bunch of gigs besides a couple here in Carolina. You're spending a lot of time in Florida coming up over the next month.
Oh yeah, always a good time to go down there in
Sure,
January.
especially as it gets chilly.
Yeah, I'm doing a tour with this guy Mark Broussard.
Oh,
soul
yeah.
singer, really great from Louisiana. We've done some runs together. So we're doing that, and then I can't remember what else. I know we're doing some stuff in a couple things in February. Playing Swanee Spring Fest in March down in Florida. Another one in Florida.
Mm-hmm.
That's a great, wonderful festival.
Yeah.
A lot of your friends play that one.
Yeah, I think so.
Daryl
Indeed.
Scott, all those guys, Jim Lauderdale.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, all you boys.
Yeah. But also, though, like you mentioned, you're maybe thinking about maybe not doing as much touring, or just kind of picking and choosing where to go as you move forward.
Yeah, man, I'm trying just finding a nice, somewhat of a healthy balance with this. It's like, I mean, I've been touring for a while here, and definitely shifting a little bit with my relationship to things going crazy over there. Trying to shift a little bit with just how much I want to do out there. Find a good balance in it, because it'll drive you matty if you let it. And I think allowing more room to do songwriting, to do more recording, to maybe write another book. Who knows?
Maybe.
Leave them some space, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Leave them some space. But
All right.
I ain't gonna. This is what I do. You can't keep me away too long.
Good.
With it. Yeah.
Yeah. Right on.
Yeah.